Sup, you chuckle fucks? It's your boy Dark Ragu here with What If Issei was Saved by God, Part 6. Now, before I go on, I want to mention something before I literally go on. I'm tired as fuck. Literally. I woke up at 9. Yeah, I actually don't know why I actually woke up at 9, probably because I didn't know what to do today. Well, mostly what I was actually supposed to be doing, because other than that, yes, I probably only got 4 hours of sleep. I don't know how many, but I might fuck up on my words because I'm recording now. I actually want to continue on what the fuck I did yesterday. But yeah, other than that, let me begin into what I kind of did last time. Or not what I did last time, but continue on. Sorry, I'm fucking up everything. But not the point. Let me begin into this what if. I also have another what if idea, but don't worry, I might do that later. But maybe that's going to be my 600 special. Yeah, that might be my 600 special. But other than that, let me begin. And yeah, let's begin. So we begin into mostly Issei versus, Loki. Loki is just looking at Issei with narrow eyes, while Issei is looking at him with mostly eyes of disgust. For a devil to just be, not a devil, mostly a god, to be such pathetic, mostly in his eyes. While Finral the wolf is still fighting against the giant sword that pretty much Issei summoned a while ago, and summoned also God himself. This is where, mostly that is happening. This is where, Loki says, such a disgraceful human daring to stand up against a god. This is where, mostly Issei says, this human is kicking your ass. I managed to defeat 2 of your creations, I would like to say. I think, isn't Finral supposed to be your child? Actually, how the fuck did you manage to make a wolf? Actually, I don't even want to know how. Are you supposed to be some kind of furry or something? This is where, Loki grit his teeth and say, I am not no damn furry. This is where, Issei says, wow, that literally got you under their skin. Whatever. For being a god of mischief, I thought you would take a joke. But then again, you're quite pathetic and annoying. This is where, mostly Loki grit his teeth and says, why you? This is where, mostly, Rosawai did kind of get to the hammer, but of course, she can't lift it up, so of course, there's really 0 point in being here. But of course, this is where, mostly the others managed to get towards where Rosawai is at, and of course, there's really the giant hammer. No one can pick it up, unless it was actually a dragon who was probably being able to pick it up, like Issei or even Valerie. But of course, Valerie is not here. This is where, mostly they know about Valerie, but they know that she does not like Rias at all. She wants to stay the hell far away from her entirely. So yeah, Rias is very scared of Valerie because she can always go into basically using the White Dragon Emperor's power to kick the shit out of her, which that's the thing. Also, Irina is also extremely pissed at her. And of course, mostly the Angel faction is neutral with mostly the Devils. But Irina, on the other hand, hates a Pacific Devil, and that is none other than Rias. So, of course, Irina really hates being anywhere near them. Even Azia, she doesn't care. She wants to be with her friend, mostly Zenobia, but Zenobia is with the Chinese god. So, of course, there really is no alliance, mostly from heaven towards mostly China. And that's a problem there, because if Irina wants to go visit, she will have the biggest problem in dealing with some of the other beings that usually live in China. And of course, she doesn't know if she will be having the chance to run into either Issei or even Zenobia. She doesn't even know how high-ranking Zenobia is in the last month, but yeah. Now, as I mentioned, yes, Irina is with Michael, and yeah. But don't worry about that. Mostly, we go back into Issei. Issei is right now easily fighting against, Loki. And of course, Loki is sending multiple powerful magic spells to try to destroy Issei. But Issei is right now summoning swords out of nowhere and making shields out of them. This is where, he noticed that Loki decided to try to attack the devils, which mostly Issei really just said, such a drag. Should I let Loki just hurt them? Maybe I should. And again, that'd be funny to me. Well, no, I can't. This was a contract asked by Azo, that son of a bitch. I should have realized that motherfucker would be in the inner world. Damn it. This is where, we go into a flashback of mostly what happened. Mostly when Issei got a contract, he was actually kind of like reading a book. Well, mostly it was manga, because he was just like reading a manga book. because it was literally his off day. Today was literally his off day. He didn't need to do shit. Not training, not anything. He didn't need to deal with Zenobia either. Which Zenobia was right next to him, and of course, well, she was basically reading some also manga. She was also hearing Issei's music because Issei was literally hearing music also. But of course, well, mostly a contractor kind of bust through his room, mostly really bust through his room and well not bust through his room, mostly knock at his door, and of course say an urgent contract asked by Azo, the fallen angel governor. This is where well mostly the person kind of screeches in the outside. Issei groans when he heard this, and this is where well Issei went outside, opened the door. Of course Issei had no shirt, but they didn't really give a damn. This is where well he says, what is it? This is where well mostly the person say well mostly, Azo from the Governor of Fallen Angels asked for your help in a battle between Loki, the god of mischief, and of course, mostly the other children that he has. Are you fucking serious? Why the hell would I deal with, what's it called, Azo? What the hell is he want with the contract anyway? What is he gonna give anyway? Because I just want to know. Well, he said that he will allow to give 3 favors of ever your choosing kind. This is where, well, we'll see within his limited power. Fuck it. Actually, that'd be a good idea to help us organize even much better. Fine, I'll take the contract. But if I have to protect any devils, I might accidentally stab a devil. Because I don't give a damn. This is where, well, he did kind of read the contract, and it's basically just to protect, mostly just protect them. Mostly it was protect them, but someone else kind of wrote something on there and just specifically said protect Rosawise. This is where, well, it's none other than Odin just writing that because, yeah, he didn't know who exactly Azo was actually going to, like, send it towards. Mostly Odin has never met this child, so of course, yeah. But mostly Issei says Rosawise. Interesting. Very interesting. This is where Issei looks back into his room and looks at mostly Zenobia. Basically, she's wearing mostly this like mostly skimpy kind of like shirt. It's basically just like the pinkish shirt, just quite tight. Of course, it mostly shows her voluptuous chest and other things. Of course, this is where well she's also wearing like these pinkish shorts. Well, mostly not pinkish shorts, mostly bluish shorts that are quite mostly tight and kind of shows her kind of back. A little bit voluptuous, but not the point. This is where, well, she is kind of just like laying down kind of lazily. And this is where, well, Issei kind of walks back into his room and says, okay, Zenobia, you can stay in my room, but I gotta go do a contract. Zenobia perks up and says, can I go? This is where, well, mostly Issei says, I thought you didn't want to go. This is where, well, mostly Zenobia says, no, I want to go. This is where, well, Issei says, well, you better get a change of clothes. Oh, no. Wearing that to the battle will kind of be bad. This is where, well, Zenobia nodded and, of course, rushes to her room in an instant. This is where, well, Issei sighs because, well, see, he has to bring Zenobia anywhere because she's like a lost puppy, someone who wants to go with him everywhere. So, of course, well, see, Issei sighs, but didn't really care. He then changes his outfit in an instant. Going to his bishop outfit, and this is where, well, Issei sighs and says, God damn it. Where the hell did I meet them? In the underworld? Are you fucking serious? This is where he would write the papers and mostly just kind of gave directions. But he didn't know what directions there were, but he can just guess it's probably the underworld. Because he has heard mostly the governor, fallen angel, went to the underworld. He didn't know how long, from how much, or whatever bullcrap. He only heard this from mostly someone else. Of course, he didn't give a damn that much, but yeah. But this is where, well, he's hoping this will really not help, because if it's hell, he's just going to leave. But yeah. Mostly Zenobia came back wearing mostly an outfit that's quite mostly a little bit tight for her, but shows her voluptuous figure. Mostly it's similar to that of like her exorcist kind of like clothes, but of course it's a little bit different. It's mostly a darker blue color. Of course it's leather a little bit, but of course where well it's a little bit much more flexible instead of being really tight. So of course it's a little bit more like what's it called, not that tight, but yeah. This is where well she gets ready and she smiles at Issei and says, so how do you like it? Issei says, well, if that's really your battle clothing, I really don't care too much. This is where Zenobia pouts, but this is where, well, Issei says, but you look great in it. Issei said, this is where, well, Zenobia blushes a little bit and, of course, looks away. Now, of course, we go into mostly Issei. Zenobia getting into a magic circle, while Issei puts mostly directions for the paper hat. And, of course, well, Issei says, well, let's go. That's where, well, they get teleported, but of course appear next to what's it called, Azo, what's it called? Well, mostly, yeah, Azo, Lucifer being Sir Zex, and Michael, and also Odin. Now, right now, Sir Zex kind of has right next to him is his queen, and also Argia Argento. Then after that, well, mostly in Michael's kind of group is none other than him and what's it called, Irina. And with Azo is just Azo by himself. Well, I mean, Barricades next to him, but yeah. And then with Odin, he just doesn't have anyone else. He's kind of flirting a little bit with some of the girls who are devils, but yeah. He tried to flirt with Grace V, but Grace V would have froze his ass to hell, but yeah. This is where, well, we'll see. Well, everyone was waiting because they mostly heard that Azo was going to ask someone to kind of come and help them, mostly fight against Loki, but they didn't really know who exactly until they saw a magic circle that looks quite familiar. The reason why is because the magic circle had an omega symbol in the front, mostly in the middle, not in the front, in the middle. Of course, where it also had a cross in the middle. This is where, well, instead of an A. So, of course, they were confused, but this is where, well, someone appeared having whitish hair. Of course, mostly one omega I symbol and the other one being the cross symbol looking like. And this is where, well, he kind of walks out wearing his bishop outfit. Mostly, he walks out pretty casually. And of course, behind him is none other than Zenobia. She's wearing her kind of tactical outfit. But of course, she's wearing around it is a white kind of like, mostly white cloak. But yeah, of course, this is where, well, she does have a hood on, but not the point. And this is where, well, she doesn't have the hood on right now. She just has it off. And this is where, well, mostly she also has grown to have a different green streak of hair. Mostly another one, so she has two of them. Just kind of equal to her kind of hair, but yeah. But that's not the point here, there. But of course, the where, well, we go into mostly Issei appearing. This is where Issei says, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm in the underworld. Hell no, I'm rather get the fuck out of here. This is where Issei said with such an annoyed fucking tone. This is where, well, mostly Azo saw this and saw how mostly Issei doesn't even like being in the underworld. This is where Azo said, wait. Hold up. Before you kind of leave, because it looks like you don't fucking like this place. Before you leave, I just, please, just come on. Do this for me, please. Issei looks at Azo with such a murderous look. And this is where, well, Issei says, then why the hell should I do something for you? This is where, well, mostly Azo says, I'll do anything. Give me 10 favors. What the fuck? Why so many? Because I'm fighting against a god rank being. I'm also going to have to be in this goddamn underworld, which I consider it to be hell at some points, but that's not the point. And also, I have to be next to devils and protect them. Which, no, I'm not going to protect them. I don't give a damn if they get hurt or not. They're devils. Do whatever themselves do. They're so arrogant, even if I save them. And this is where, well, as I said, this is where, well, mostly Odin kind of appear right in front of the boy and say, so, you must be the person that Azo asked to kind of help. A bishop you are. Yes, I am. Tell me, what pantheon are you from? The Chinese gods. Mostly, the pantheon is called Longjewel. Mostly something like that. John? It's like a Z in the first, but it really doesn't sound a Z, but yeah. Mostly, Odin kind of just like mostly stroke his beard and says, I see. I didn't know they had anyone, or I heard, well, not heard. I have kind of heard of an organization kind of dealing with some of the supernatural from mostly China. I didn't think the Chinese gods would be so open so much about that. Then again, there is that old man named, what was his name? The Jaden Emperor you're talking about? Oh yes, I am talking about him. I wasn't thinking he was so open to kind of give the powers of himself towards a boy who's no older than 18? Yeah, I just turned 18 a while ago. This is where, well, mostly Odin nodded. I see. This is where, well, mostly Irina kind of perked up and says, wait, you're 18 now? Issei looks at Irina and says, hello there, my angel. This is where, well, Irina's face becomes a little red, and this is where, well, she says, yeah, but you're 18? That means you're older than me. Issei says, yep, I am. Now I can just tell you to do whatever because you're basically a kid to me. This is where, well, mostly Irina pouts in angry and frustration. Zenobia kind of just looks at this and kind of giggles, but yeah. This is where, well, Irina notices Zenobia and just runs up to her and hugs her, and then it's saying, well, Zenobia, you're back. This is where, well, Zenobia hugs her back and says, I am. And just for a short time. This is where, well, mostly Irina pouts and says, really? You're not gonna help me around and stuff and blah blah blah. This is where, well, Zenobia says, no, I'm not really good for any of that stuff. This is where, well, mostly Irina kind of question high ranking is Zenobia now. This is where Zenobia says, only a couple of months, I'm basically 3 levels behind, well, mostly, Issei-kun. This is where, well, she said kun, and this is where, well, mostly Irina pouts a little bit and says, why are you calling him Issei-kun? Mostly in a very dark tone, but of course next to Zenobia's ear. This is where Zenobia says to her other ear, says, you see here, I like the boy now. I think I want him to kind of give me such nice children. This is where, well, mostly both of them growls at each other, but then just mostly Irina say, Mostly she then says, okay, fine. So you're 3 behind because mostly they change up because they don't want to fight in front of Issei. This is where, mostly Irina says, fine. So you're 3 behind him. So does that mean you're weaker than him or stronger than him? I'm weaker than him. But I'm only staying there because I heard how boring it is when you go up higher ranking. And I might just stay in that rank because I don't want to do paperwork. This is where he says and says, oh, I hate paperwork. Such a fucking pain. I wish that paper was never fucking existing. Fucking paper really is a pain in the ass to do anything. This is where, well, he kind of growls and kind of groans because it's fucking just annoying half the time for him to do any of that. This is where, well, everyone switch off because, yes, Issei is still a teenager and still a child. So, of course, he's going to groan when paperwork is mentioned. This is where, well, mostly, Issei says, not the point. I'm also considered to be a fighter, but yes. This is where, well, mostly, Odin says, I see. So, are you supposed to be the main protector for the Jaden Emperor? Yes, I am. I see. Then why is the main protector for the Jaden Emperor here? As I am protest, I might be the main protector and might be the leader of the organization that I created, but I'm also considered to take contracts for my organization. It doesn't matter. Even if someone else becomes a leader, they also have to possibly take contracts. Really doesn't freaking matter at all. I see. So you're a leader that's willing to do anything for his organization and also willing to take on dangerous missions like taking on a god. Issei says, it's better than doing fucking paperwork. Do you know how boring it is? And dealing with fucking meetings every fucking day. I might have to just change those meetings to being a fucking week so I can get a fucking relaxed break. Oh god, people repeat shit every fucking time. Issei fucking gets annoyed just ranting on right now. This is where, well, Odin switch off, but then just smiles and says, wow. He actually does remind me of a lot for, well, roster-wise. Just a little bit different. Mostly they do rant the same things. But then again, yes, he will be perfect for roster-wise. He thinks in his head. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, never mind. I am now going to help the devils. And the Valkyrie. Specifically maybe the Valkyrie. I might just help her entirely. Because she's not a devil. Wait, is she a devil incarnation? Mostly, Issei asks Azo. Azo says, no, she's basically the bodyguard and protector of Odin here. I see. So, not to let her die. Any of the other devils, just let them die and it's fine. There's so many of you guys. This is where, well, mostly starts to realize that Issei really does not care about the devil population at all. He doesn't give a damn. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, other than that, I'll be going. Zenobia, you'll be staying here with Irina, just so you can two catch up. This is where Zenobia says, wait, what? No. Can I go to the battle with you? This is where, well, Issei said, it'd be too dangerous. I realized that mostly the god of mischief might be summoning out his power for children, like Finro, Scully, and Hattie. And also mostly Gorgie, or whatever the hell his name is. It's so fucking long, so I don't give a damn that much. The giant wolf, mostly serpent lizard. But mostly, I still have seen the serpent lizard still be active. So, that would be one of the possibilities that he is not summoned. But, not the point. I'll be going by myself. Do not complain with me. I am your superior, so you're gonna stay here. With Irina. This is where, what Zenobia said, fine. This is where she kind of sat in a little bit. Irina notices, and of course, this is where she grins, just to tease Zonobi a little bit more. This is where, well, mostly he says, other than that, I'll be going. Where the hell's the coordinates? This is where, well, Juka says, well, they'll be over here. Mostly he gives the mostly the coordinates towards, well, Issei. Issei decides to nod and just kind of thank Ajuka. This is where, well, mostly Issei, the only reason he thanks Ajuka is because Ajuka is not arrogant. He might hate Ajuka for creating the evil pieces, but he entirely doesn't hate him being smart. That's just, yeah. This is where Ajuka was actually surprised. Issei says, I'm only thanking you because you're the only person who's not an arrogant prick for being a devil. You're kind of humble, and, how should I say, I still hate you for the fact that you made those evil pieces, which I'm gonna figure out how to, well, change the evil pieces, or not change them, change a human person's soul to reject every evil piece that you ever create, okay? This is where, well, Ajuka is surprised to hear that. He just heard how Issei is going to make humanity soul stronger to reject the evil pieces. This is where, well, he realized that he really does not like the evil piece system. This is where, well, Ajuka nodded. This is where, well, mostly Issei said, other than that, I'll be going. Issei makes his magic circle and disappears. But yeah, now we go back into what happened, well, mostly during the fact he appeared next to Rasawise. But yeah. But of course, this is where, well, we go into the battle with, well, Loki and Issei. Loki is sending multiple magic attacks straight towards Issei, which Issei is literally dodging pretty easily. He then summons out his swords to try to stab into Loki. He summons out a huge sword that's called the Sword Mace and trying to stab into Loki, which Loki managed to dodge. This is where Loki then sends another powerful barrages of attacks, and this is where, well, Issei dodges again because, well, Issei is flexible as hell. This is where, well, Issei then kind of just summons out multiple swords from the sky to rain upon Loki. He then says, God shower. That's pretty much a technique that he calls it, because multiple swords will go down upon, well, Loki. Loki kind of sees this and tries to dodge by making, or not dodge, but usually, it was like a, mostly it was called God, well, not God shower. Mostly, Loki tries to dodge by either using a magic barrier or just trying to use teleportation, trying to dodge the attacks, trying to predict where they'll be at. But there were so many that he couldn't dodge them, so of course so many stab upon him, turning him looking like a goddamn porcupine somewhere. This is where, well, Loki tries to take out the swords out of his body, which all of them are quite divine energy. So of course it's close to just being a god slayer weapons most of the time. This is where, well, Loki growls at Issei and says, you damn human. This is where, well, Issei says, huh? Oh, I'm such a human. I'm nothing but a human, am I, in your eyes? Well, I'd rather be human than a goddamn devil. Well, it's much better than that. But whatever, I'll show you something that should be able to take you out instantly. This is where, well, Loki says, nothing can take me out. I am a god. This is where, well, you're just a god of mischief, not a god of anything else. I need to just shut the fuck up. This is where, well, Issei's powers increases a lot. This is where, well, Issei says, borrow power, longitis. This is where, well, we'll see a figure around him appears, looking like a goddamn Susanna for a second, but it's actually the longitis kind of figure, like it's like a warrior. And this is where, well, Issei says, true longitis spear. This is where, well, the warrior actually appears with the giant spear and just throws it so fast that Loki could not react fast enough, and it just stabbed into his like chest. This is where, well, Loki cough up spit, mostly not spit, blood. Falls down to the ground in an instant, and of course he just pinned down to the ground. This is where, well, Issei decides to disappear so longitis power and decides to go towards mostly where the hammer would be at. He gets to the hammer and sees filthy devils and the Valkyrie. The cute Valkyrie, in his opinion. He gets towards mostly the hammer, and of course told the devils to fuck off already because he needs to grab it. And this is where, well, he then asked, what's it called, the Valkyrie, being Rasawise, if it's okay for him to grab it. This is where, well, Rasawise nodded and said, if you can pick it up, then yes. This is where, well, Issei nodded. This is where Issei walks up to the hammer, didn't even summon out his boosted gear, and just grabs it and picks this shit up. This is where he's walking away now to kind of go whack the hell out of Loki. But yeah, he's not even struggling picking up this damn hammer. Anyone else would struggle like hell. This is where, well, mostly Sanji saw this and saw how Issei's completely different. He heard that Issei was completely fucking different. He also remembers how Issei literally broke through his part of the barrier, even though he added so much energy, like magic, into it, every last bit of it, which shocks him. But yeah, then again, Issei's way much more powerful than him. But yeah, it was always more powerful than him. 8 palm pieces that he had the boosted gear. Now he's considered to be a bishop. He's no longer a devil. He's back being a human, but he's not considered weak. He's considered to be way stronger than anyone else. But yeah, this is what, well, mostly Sanji just sees how Issei's walking away casually. Mostly Rasaway was shocked to see mostly Issei carry that shit without even a goddamn care. Then again, she does see how Finra is slain. Finra is already slain because the sword is literally stabbed through him. Now, of course, I should mention that, well, some people were trying to get Finra to be like the little puppy, like original canon. But when they saw that huge ass sword and God appear trying to stab into Finra, they were just like, yeah, they are not going to be able to get Finra at all out of there, because mostly there's also, well, mostly contractors that appear next to Issei, mostly 4 of them, to kind of, well, go into Issei's, well, mostly a dimension so they can be summoned. Because Issei wanted to just delete this goddamn wolf from existence. But yeah, this is where, well, he didn't ask Sonovia to go because, well, he knew it was going to be dangerous, but she will be complaining, and why the hell did he bring other people instead of just her? She would have been grateful. She would have loved to just go, but no, Issei said no. Because he kind of did develop some feelings a little bit for her, and of course decided not to put her into too much danger. Of course, he knows that it won't give her too much experience, but yeah. But he doesn't care too much. This is where, well, we go into mostly Issei going up to Loki. Loki is managing to get out of the spear, mostly out of his, like, chest. Of course, it hurted his hand because how much power it had in it. This is where, well, the spear disappears after a while. It kind of looked like the true Longitis that, well, mostly Cow would have, but it isn't. He just says, whoa, you managed to get the spear out. You're quite a defining god. This is where, well, mostly Loki saw the hammer and said, no, stay away. Get away from me. Issei said, no, get over here already. Stop being a bitch. You're going back towards, well, the northern kind of god territory, because that's literally your home place. Unless you want to go to the Chinese kind of god place, because I know some people that would love to beat the shit out of you. Especially someone who is considered to be the god of mischief in the Chinese pantheon. And that is none other than Wukong. Wukong would probably love to fight you because he heard that gods are strong. But he can never fight other gods from different pantheons. Maybe I should have asked him to come with me so he can fight you. You know, the god of mischief, because both of you are such trickeries bastards half the time. And quite annoying to deal with. This is where, well, mostly the god of mischief being, well, Loki, kind of pales at the fact that he ever needs to fight what's it called, Sun Wukong. He heard that Sun Wukong is quite strong and powerful. More powerful than his brother. So, of course, he probably would have got his ass beat on a damn 6-way on a damn Sunday. And he probably wouldn't even be able to fight back because freaking Wukong would probably be stronger than him, powerful than him, and probably just knocking his ass around like a goddamn ball into baseball or whatever. But this is what, well, we're not a ball, mostly a ball like in a pinball machine, because mostly Wukong can make clones of himself. Similar to what Loki can do, but there are illusion clones. Sun Wukong can literally make actual fucking clones. We'll probably put him into a pinball machine and just whack him around like a goddamn pinball. But yeah, this is where, well, mostly Loki pales and says, no, I'd rather go back to, I'd rather go back to the northern. No, if that hammer can send me back, no, I do not want to fight him. Get away from me. This is where, well, Issei realized that he basically managed to gaslight Loki into being terrified of, well, Wukong. Then again, no, there's a lot of people that can be terrified of Wukong because he's fucking immortal. 7 different ways. Issei sighs and says, I can't really blame you, can I? Then again, you can't really kill Wukong when he's immortal 7 different times. Whatever. This is where, well, mostly Loki right now pissing himself, like, please, you know what, I won't just back down, even if you send me. This is where he says, shut up, I'm literally sending you back to Odin. Well, not Odin, mostly Northern. I'm not sending you straight to Wukong, because Wukong has actually other things to deal with. Not just deal with God problems and fights. You're going back to Northern. If you like it or not, I feel like they'll put you in jail for how much crime you did. Even though I have a great agreement with you, I agree with you. Devils, why the fuck will you alliance with devils? Fallen angels are much better. And also angels. Not gonna lie. Yeah, they're much better. I don't know why you wanted to align with devils. I agree with that part. This is where mostly Loki says, you do? This is where Issei says, yeah, I hate devils. The reason why I'm here to help them is because I'm actually getting 7 favors, or not 7, 10 favors from the, what's it called, Governor Angel. That's the only reason I'm here. And one of those favors are going to be I want to kill one of the devils, especially one of the devil heiresses. That's where Loki says, you do? This is where he's shocked. He has never heard of a bishop wanting to just get 10 favors and wanting to kill one of the devil heiresses. Which Issei says, of course I do. But that's not the point. You, on the other hand, goodbye. Issei smacked him with a hammer, and this is where Loki says, no! This is where, well, mostly Loki disappears. He tried to curse Issei, but of course the curse never worked against him. Issei says, quite pathetic. I'm not affected with curses. You disappear already. He managed to make Loki disappear in an instant, and this is where Issei puts down the hammer, and this is where, well, Issei says, it's not that heavy, not gonna lie. Swinging this hammer is not that really heavy. But whatever. Issei looks behind him and sees mostly all the devils just horrified at the fact Issei managed to defeat Loki pretty easily. And of course, well, Rasa Weiss actually has a tint of pink. She actually wasn't expecting Issei to be this strong and being able to take on Loki. And also his, well, children. Except for mostly the copy version of the World Serpent. That was defeated by Sona. This is where, well, Issei says, good job, Sona. I never expected you to actually defeat the World Serpent. Well, at least you did pretty good against it. This is where, well, Sona was actually shocked over here Issei compliment her, even though she's a devil. Issei says, oh, the only reason I'm only complimenting you is because you're actually stronger than, well, that red-haired bitch that never trains. So, yeah. This is where, well, Sona just realized how Issei only respects the strong if they're devils and they're not too arrogant, in his opinion. But yeah, they're kind of humble, which Sona is humble. This is where, well, she's not arrogant. She's not stupid either. This is where, well, Issei says, other than that, we should probably be going. You're Rasa Weiss, aren't you? Mostly, no. He didn't say you're Rasa Weiss, aren't you? Then he says, Rasa Weiss-san. This is where, well, mostly Rasa Weiss-chan. This is where he said towards Rasa Weiss, which Rasa Weiss kind of blushes because she knows what the Chan means half the time. But because she did kind of like show up in Japan sometimes with Odin, but not much time. So of course she knows that basically when someone calls him Chan or Kun or something, it mostly is just a liking term. But yeah, of course, well, we'll see Rasa Weiss nod and say, yes. This is where, well, Issei says, you have to be going with me. Other than that, we'd be teleporting, because I mostly send the paper contract to just protect you. Well, other than that, bye. This is where, well, mostly Issei grabs her from the shoulder, and this is where, well, he did summon out his magic circle to teleport, but yeah. It only sent the paper just to protect her. Not specifically kind of saying how to protect her, but yeah, whatever. Mostly just defeat all the people that he needs to defeat, and just protect her, but yeah. Issei gets back towards mostly the location and says, done and done. This is where, well, mostly he noticed that Irina and Zenobia were basically playing fucking Go Fish, but not the point. This is where, well, or not Go Fish, mostly Uno. While, well, Issei notices, he also noticed that the other factions were talking. This is where Odin noticed, what's it called? Yeah, Odin noticed Rasa Weiss and says, Rasa Weiss, you're back. This is where, well, mostly Odin also noticed that Issei has mostly his hand over her shoulder, which made him have a perverted grin. He actually wanted to tease Rasa Weiss, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly Rasa Weiss kind of was, well, mostly blushing, but yeah, this is where Odin wanted to just tease her a lot for the fact that she's right next to the same boy. Now, of course, he noticed that they're not really, their heights are a little bit different because Issei is 6 feet, while Rasa Weiss is 5'8", but yeah, for being a Valkyrie, she is considered still being shortest, but yeah, not the point. This is where, well, Odin decides to go up towards them and says, "Wow, I never expected to see a bishop and a Valkyrie right next to each other, very close. Are you two perhaps dating?" This is where, well, Issei and right now Rasawais looks at Odin with mostly faces of just turning red in an instant. This is where, well, Issei says, "No, that's not the case." This is where, well, Rasawais says, "Odin-san." This is where, well, mostly both of them blush. This is where when Irina and Zenobia looks towards it, they kind of get jealous also, kind of giving out jealous looks. But yeah, now Michael kind of notices and kind of says, "Ah, shit, I forgot that Irina has kind of jealousy. Oh god, I gotta figure out how to stop this." This is where mostly Issa says, "No, no, no, no. You put in the contract, or Azo put in the contract to protect only Rasawais." And this is where, well, Odin says, "Oh, that was only me. I needed for Rasawais to be protected since I really do care about her. And you should probably start caring about her since it looks like you two are very close to each other." This is where, oh, Issei said, Issei looks away. Of course, put his hand off of what's it called, Rasawai's shoulder. And this is where, well, mostly Rasawai was blushing and saying, "Odin-san, what, why? No, 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 no." She's just blushing and a mess and other things, but yeah. Of course, we go into mostly Odin kind of just teasing both the bishop and the Valkyrie. Of course, we work well. Mostly Odin says, "Well, you see here, this is Rasawais. If you want a full introduction, this is Rasawais. And, well, she's 18, the same age you are, Bishop Issei." This is where, well, mostly Issei blushes like, well, that doesn't really matter, does it?" This is where Issei tries to just play it off. And this is where, well, mostly Odin says, "Well, it wouldn't matter too much, but, you see here, Rasawais is a girl that usually can't get along with anyone, especially males. She's been trying to get a boyfriend, but she could never get one." This is where, well, mostly Rasawais just wanted to die out of embarrassment. And this is where, well, he just says, "Huh? Oh, interesting." This is where, well, Rasawais was actually about to just fall down because mostly Issei just said interesting. Because mostly Issei didn't really want to fully pay attention too much. But he sighs and just says, "Well, she can go find one. I mean, someone who's right for her. Besides, I have too many things to do. I wouldn't say I would be perfect for her." This is where, well, mostly Odin says, "Nonsense. I want to know, how strong will your child be if you two decide to do it together?" This is where, well, mostly Issei and mostly Rasawai blushes. Irina already almost envy entirely of this, but mostly Micah tries to just distract her with something. And this is where, well, mostly Zenobia is also pretty jealous of hearing mostly Odin just like tell and kind of say some stuff out of pocket most of the time. This is where, well, mostly Issei's face is almost red while Rasawai is so red. This is where, well, mostly Issei said, "I should probably be going then. So, Azo, about those 10 favors, how about them?" This is where, well, Azo says, "Fuck, I thought you were gonna forget about them." This is where, well, we'll see, Azo says, "Fine, what are those 10 favors?" "Well, I'll ask you later if I need some help. Maybe $10 billion in US? Wait, what? No, 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 no. I cannot give you that much. That's literally the fundings for, what's it called, Gogorio. I will literally get screamed at by Shiba, or not Shiba, mostly, not Shiba, mostly, what was that other kind of, like, category, or fallen angel, fuck, we'll start with an S, I fucking forgot. This is where, well, mostly, as it says, no, I can't let you just give you those 20, because he was screaming at me for being an idiot." He says, "Oh, but aren't you helping my organization? Don't you want to help my organization? I mean, you said you promised 10 favors. Fuck." This is where Ezra says in his head, "I'm so fucked. He doesn't want anything else to do with me. Fuck. I gotta try to manipulate this." He says, "Also don't try to manipulate this because I need 10,000 US dollars. Not 10,000, 10 million. This is where, well, mostly as I said, I'm so screwed. Why? Damn it, I wasn't expecting him to be that expensive. This is where, well, mostly Issa says, "The reason why this is expensive, and mostly in this favor, is because, well, this was supposed to be the original contract mission. Besides, I was fighting against a god class being like Loki, even though he's quite weak and not strong as mostly Wukong or any of the other gods in the Chinese pantheon. But that's not the point. I'm fighting against a god class being and also fighting against his children. I kicked the shit of all of them, But that's the original price I was gonna give you anyway. This is where almost see. As I say, I'm so fucked. Fine, I'll give you that much money. This is where Elsa's crying inside. Odin is swear dropping, but this is where, well, he's smiling how Issei can bargain pretty easily. This is where, well, he's quite manipulated and quite gaslighting, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly Odin kind of grins. This is where, well, he then looks at Rosawise, which Rosawise is so impressed with mostly Issei bargaining against a Kategori, fallen angel like mostly Alzo. This is where, well, Issei noticed, well, what's it called? Rosawise kind of just looking at him, and this is where Issei just smiles, saying, "Oh, sorry about that. It wasn't truly about this mission, about fully being free. Mostly this fallen angel asked me to go there. That's why I was here. Mostly, I am not aligned with mostly the devils, fallen angels, or angels. So yeah, pretty much I wouldn't even care about coming here." This is where, well, Issei says so bluntly. This is where, well, Rosawise nodded. This is where, well, Odin says, "Wait, you're not aligned with them?" "Nope, just a person that helps. Like I already said, I truly don't like the devils, so I would never align myself with the devils." This is where, well, mostly Sir Sex says, "Yep, you said that multiple times. You said that multiple times." This is where, well, mostly Odin says, "I see. What about the Jade Emperor?" "Well, he asked me about if I should align with us towards mostly the devils. And I said in a very harsh tone of speech, and I said, hell no." This is where, well, Odin says, "I see. Well, I gotta choose if I should align to myself." This is where, well, mostly they are kind of hoping that mostly Odin aligns with mostly them, mostly the kind of the Bible faction, but yeah. And this is where it will be in the angels, devils, and fallen angels. And this is where, well, Odin says, "You know what? I might be okay with an alliance. But I also want to know an alliance with, well, the Chinese mythology." This is where, well, mostly Issei said, yes. If you want me, I can talk to my, well, lord." This is where, well, mostly Odin says, "I like that." This is where, well, maybe you and Rosawise can see each other much more often. This is where, well, mostly Issei and Rosawise blushed and looked away. This is where, oh, Odin just loves teasing them because they're basically just children still to him. They're basically still young children that needs to find young love, but whatever. Besides, he would have actually loved to see if Issei was a pervert. He has heard that Issei was kind of pervert, mostly through looking through his like memories, because Odin has the eye of all seeing, so of course mostly he saw memories of, or mostly the past of Issei, which it was a pervert. And of course he said that Issei changes, but yeah, of course he then says, whatever. I would just like to tease both of them. So he's also considered the Red Dragon Emperor. Interesting. This is where Odin thinks in his head, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, "Well, I should probably be going. Zenobia." This is where Zenobia kind of gets up and says, "Yes, sir." Issei says, "We are going back towards Chinese mythology. I need to get my bank account of money." He looks at Azo. "And get paid." This is where Zenobia nodded. This is where, well, mostly Azo says, "Is there anything else that you want to know?" I have 9 favors. He has this evilish grin. That's why he says, "I want to kill Ryu's Grammary." He said bluntly towards mostly Azo, and Azo said, wait, what? This is where, well, mostly Surge like wanted to explode with magical power, until he says, "Never mind, I don't really want to kill her." This is where, well, mostly they actually calm down. He says, "But still, I wanted to know if that will actually be one of your promises, or mostly, yeah, one of your favors." This is where, well, Azo says, I would have died. Yeah, he would have died from mostly Surge X if he said yes. This is where, well, mostly he wasn't expecting Issei to be that crazy. This is where, well, the devils managed to appear, and this is where, well, mostly all of them sees Issei and Zenobia next to each other, but yeah, of course, where, well, Rias kind of hates the fact that Issei really doesn't like her at all, and the fact that she managed to get the new evil piece, Purge, remember? But she left after kind of realizing what Issei said. She hates Issei with mostly just sending this death glare at him. Issei notices and then just says, "The fuck you want, bitch?" This is where, well, Issei said with such an uncaring tone, and not a very bishop kind of tone most of the time. But yeah, this is where, well, mostly Rhea says, you bastard. This is where, well, he says, huh? Oh, am I a bastard? Well, I'm not a bitch like you, so I'd rather be a bastard than a bitch. This is where, well, he just growls at him until two people appear, and mostly it was just because they were kind of just there. So much, mostly it's none other than Riser Phoenix, who's kind of depressed, but yeah, because he got his ass kicked a while ago, and Raffle Phoenix. This is where, well, Riser gets sees was a Karius and just feels more depressed, and then this is where he sees a kind of white-haired person who's actually a bishop and quite powerful. This is where, well, Raffle says, I heard, this is where, well, Raffle doesn't know how to say this, but this is where, well, she actually want to know what happened to the Red Dragon Emperor. She didn't see him at mostly the meetings of the young devils and other things, but of course, this is where, well, yeah. Also, not just only them being there, mostly, was it called Sir Orcus was there, kind of just like whenever where Issei was at, the Red Dragon Emperor, because he wants to fight him. This is where, well, mostly Sir Orcus says, so, where's the Red Dragon Emperor, since mostly all of you are here? This is where, well, mostly Issei says, who, me? This is where, well, Issei kind of just looks at himself, because he is considered to be the Red Dragon Emperor, while Raffle is shocked to see the Red Dragon Emperor be a little bit much more different, much more handsomer, of course, with his white hair kind of being spiked up, of course, with his nice, clean bishop outfit, which is actually shocking to see a devil wearing a bishop outfit. But she realized that this bishop outfit is a little bit different from normal bishop outfits. Usually they have crosses, not in the mega symbol and mostly another cross. But yeah, his eyes are also different. But yeah, we'll see. A Riser says, what the? You're not the Red Dragon Emperor. Who the hell are you? Why the hell do you pretend to be the Red Dragon Emperor? Issei says, okay, listen up, you damn fried chicken. I do not have any fucking time to deal with your bullshit. Unless you don't understand that I am the Red Dragon Emperor, but I am a bishop also for my lord, it doesn't mean that you, an arrogant-ass prick that I kicked the shit out of a while ago, needs to complain to me. This is where, well, mostly Riser says, you. This is where, well, Issei right now activates his power of mostly summoning an Omega. And this is where, well, Issei said, well, not an Omega, he summons out swords of divine power. Issei says, touch me and I kill you right now, you damn fried chicken. This is where, well, we'll see. They are actually shocked, both Raffle and even Riser. Divine energy weapons. Mostly they are basically made out of divine energy. This is where, well, mostly Sir Orcus is trying to calm this down until mostly Sir Orcus says, so, you're the Red Dragon Emperor. Let's see. I thought the Red Dragon Emperor was alliance with the devils. No, not at all. That's not the case there. I am a bishop. I am also alliance with the Chinese mythology. This is where, well, Sir Orcus says, I see. So, how about a spar? Issei says, I am tired as fuck. I just fought against a god-class being. I am not gonna deal with this shit. Unless you want me to go full power right off the beginning and kick your ass into a 6-way damn Sunday, I suggest we don't fight. This is where, well, mostly Sir Orcus says, not Sir Orcus, mostly Sir Orcus says, okay, fine. I just want to see a small little power glimpse of yours. Issei says, if you want to see a small bit of power glimpse of mine, you can just, also if you heard a bunch of grabbing noise things, I was just kind of doing something. But mostly Issei says, if you want to see my full power, just say, pretty please. This is where, well, Sir Orcus says, pretty please. This is where Issei shoots basically a divine sword strike towards him, but just kind of missing him and hitting him right in the cheek, which kind of scratched him and still he can feel the effects, even if his body is different from normal, mostly because he trains a lot. He still gets hit by a divine sword. Issei says, there. This is where Sir Orcus can feel the pain of it. This is where, well, we'll see. Issei says, now, other than that, Riser, I don't know why you're here in front of me, but I have a good idea that you might just want to die. This is where, Riser says, no. This is where, well, mostly he just gets scared and hides behind Raffle. This Riser says, that's quite the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. But not the point. You're Raffle Phoenix. You're that kind of tsundere girl who's very tsundere. This is where, well, Raffle's blushing, just looking at Issei. Of course, this is where, well, Issei says, other than that, I should be going then. This is where, well, Issei said, Zenobia? Zenobia said, yes, sir. This is where, well, we'll see. Issei said, well, I'll be leaving. Call me whenever if you need fucking more help. But, you gotta give me contracts. Other than that, fuck that shit, I'm out. Issei disappears. He literally just teleports. Mostly using a magic circle. Other than that, everyone is dumbfounded. This is where, well, Issei gets back to the place until he sees his bank account has $10 million. Yay! 10 million US dollars. Yay! This is where, well, he's grinning. He screwed Asa over. That's what he gets for making him go to the underworld. He should have asked for 10 billion. He should have fucking screwed him over harder. This is where, well, that wouldn't work. This is where, well, Issei said, other than that, time to go. This is where, well, mostly, or not. Yeah, sorry, I'm not whistling, but yeah. Most of you was just whistling, and this is where, well, mostly Zenobia says, so what now? Issei says, time for me to relax. Issei gets out of his bishop clothes and just go off with him being shirtless again. This is where Zenobia has seen mostly his muscles most of the time. Of course, most of the time she blushes a lot. She tries to just ignore the fact that Issei is shirtless again, which she changes out back to her kind of casual clothes, and basically she's just sitting next to Issei's bed, and Issei's right now on his bed sleeping. But yeah, he fell asleep. He didn't care. He already dealt with so many bullshit, so he didn't really deal with anything. This is where, well, mostly the Jade Emperor was confused and why the hell there was so much money in the organization now. There was 10 million US dollars. He was like, where the fuck did that money come from? I know definitely that none of us actually helped them entirely, but this is where, well, he tracked mostly he asked someone to track where the money came from. It's from Azo, the governor of Fallen Angels. This is where, well, the Jade Emperor says, he's generous, I guess. This is where, well, mostly Issei completely forgot to even tell the Jade Emperor about Odin and other things because Issei was just tired entirely. But yeah, mostly Zenobia was also kind of tired, but she decided to try to sleep with Issei, which she did. And of course, Issei just turned around really fast just to kind of hug her. This is where it was Zenobia's face become red. Because he wasn't doing this out of mostly him being conscious. He was actually unconscious. He was already sleeping. He hugged her because he thought it was actually like a stuffed penguin. In his dreams, it literally kind of felt like a stuffed penguin, which that's why he hugged her. This is why, well, she was blushing madly. She wasn't expecting this. This is why, well, she just didn't expect Issei to do something like this. Issei was kind of cuddling with the, what's it called? Stuffed penguin. This is where he says penguin. But yeah, but not the point. Other than that, I'll be leaving off here for mostly part 6 of this What If. Bye-bye, see you, and yeah. Also, I have noticed that a lot of people has actually been waiting probably for part 6 of What If Issei was a hollow, because it seems a lot of people like seeing that. What if? But other than that, I might do that later, maybe. I'm no longer tired. I'm actually kind of awake. But other than that, bye, see you, and yeah, I'm out. Bye.